WGC. Sheesh. Y'all heard what that man said. Nothing left to say other than God bless and let's work. Along with the ECW Punk Pack, we got some pretty stellar ECW alumni, two of which names have been synonymous with the topic at hand. Brother Devon, Brother Bubba Ray, the Dudley Boys. With this DLC pack dropping, I figured it was the perfect time to finally bring the discussion about tables to the table. For starters, tables are not terrible. As a matter of fact, they're probably one of the most interactive weapons that we have currently in the series. But they could definitely use a ton of quality of life improvements, along with some much needed situational offense improvements. One of the first things I want to address, especially in terms of quality of life, we need the ability to be able to drag and move tables that have already been set up, because it's kind of annoying to have to break them back down just to reposition them. Instead, just allow us to push, pull, or turn them to place them in a position that suits our need at the moment. I would also love to see a table grapple setup feature. So if I'm currently holding a table and I press the grapple button near a standing opponent, I would love to see a sequence to maybe where I hit them with a toe kick or a table bash, stunning them while my player automatically sets up the table and then either places them on top of the table or leans them against it. As a matter of fact, we could even use the right stick to determine which position we'll place them in. So a neutral stick plus the grapple button will maybe see them being hit with the toe kick and then leaning them against it, whereas pressing the right stick plus the direction will see them being hit with the table bash and then placing them on top of the table. We could even see the same philosophy used for downed opponents. So pressing the grapple button near downed opponents will pretty much see the exact same scenario where maybe you hit them with an attack and then set up the table and place them based on the right stick option you chose. Even the corner turnbuckle could fit into this concept as well. I mean, of course, slightly modified. So performing a table grapple on an opponent that is leaning in the corner turnbuckle, the neutral stick option will lay them on the table setting up diving attacks, whereas the right stick in any direction would see you sit them on the top turnbuckle, setting them up for an avalanche attack. I just feel like options like this would really help take some of the legwork out of setting up table spots. As I've said many times before, having multiple ways to approach a common scenario is always going to be a good thing, especially in a game like this where positioning is so important. Now when it comes to table strikes, this is the area where I feel like 2K is really going to have to get creative, because tables, just like every other weapon, suffer from the same thing when it comes to strikes. There's legit no bag. Like, you don't have any options. Now I get this is less of an indictment on tables because there's really not a lot you can do with a table because it's a bit clumsy kind of weapon. But at least give us like one quick and one strong attack. You know, maybe the strong attack could be something like a battering ram style attack. I think table attacks while your opponent is down is the one that we need the most. Also, this position has room for the most creative freedom, because they can give us an attack where we can drive the table into the opponent's back or like their midsection. But they could also give us moves where we lay the table across our opponent's body and from there maybe do stuff like a double stomp or a senton. Actually, a new gameplay feature idea I had was being able to place weapons on top of opponents and then allowing us to perform grounded or diving attacks for added damage. Dare I say even diving finishers. But that's neither here nor there, and probably honestly for another video. Bottom line is, when it comes to tables, we need more options of attack when it comes to striking. Now on to one of the more obvious fixes that we need, and that is the table break animations. Seriously 2K, I'm gonna need y'all to do something about this. I mean, there's no reason why table breaks should look like something out of a Michael Bay film. The exploding tables ran its course a few games back. Now it's time to give us something a little more tame and realistic. Maybe having the tables break in more of the natural V shape that contours to a wrestler's body and kind of cradles them much like it does in real life. This would look a lot better instead of having us looking like we're victims in a meth lab explosion. I'm just saying. The next issue with table breaks is the selling. I was always under the impression that going through a table is kind of a big deal, but the game really does not represent that. I've had quite a few what would be amazing spots ruined by the lack of selling or the rollout animation. Like I said earlier, table breaks are supposed to be devastating. So at that point, why is my opponent even conscious or have the wherewithal to roll out? Matter of fact, in some scenarios such as a superplex, both parties should be down for the count and selling the move appropriately. As players, we should feel like putting our opponent through a table is a huge moment and not just some run-of-the-mill offense. So yes, I want the crowd hype, the spectacle, the theatrics of it all to make this feel like a legit special moment. In terms of more functionality, I would love to be able to lean the tables on more objects and from more positions, and actually have legit interactive offense from said positions, in addition to the freestyle stuff as well. Legit interactions being the stuff that's actually part of your move set and have animated sequences attached to them. And the freestyle stuff being moves that are not designed to but are capable of putting the opponent through the table in these positions. More so like the happy accident kind of stuff. And you know we couldn't leave without talking about one of the most sought after functions that a majority of the fan base wants back in the game, and that is stacking tables. Keeping it short, I would just love to see this return to the game. They can make it something as simple as a standard function, meaning like if we have a table set up and we grab another one, we could just walk up to it and maybe we'll get a prompt. Or if they wanted to feel a little bit more special, they can treat it along the lines of the flaming table, where how you would light the table on fire, just have another option there if you want to stack the tables. Whatever they decide, I would just like to see it return. Going back to something that we touched on very early in the video, involving the Dudley Boys and just how they are synonymous with table offense in general. And I say that to say that I feel like it's kind of crazy that we don't have double team like table moves in this game. And I'm not talking about the homemade happenstance double team moves that makes your opponent just so happen to go through the table. You know those spots where you darn near have to perform witchcraft, have a degree in algebra, have the Infinity Gauntlet plus all 7 Dragon Balls, and all 5 pieces of Exodia just to pull off a table spot. Yeah, I'm a nerd, but I digress. Table spots should not be that complicated, man. So I would love to see double team and tag team table finishers as a legit feature in this game. This way we can get a proper and aesthetic 3D through the table without all the extra. Although I admit the avalanche 3D through a table spot that I've been seeing looks absolutely amazing. Well, except for the whole exploding table thing. Real quick, kind of off topic but still pertaining to the Dudley Boys. One cool feature I would love to see them add, and this is in addition to the tag team partner AI controls, is being able to target your tag team partner and perform like special tag team taunts. So it basically works in the same way that we target the ref to argue with them. But doing this would allow us to pull off taunts like, I don't know, let's say... And this would actually make Devon go outside and grab a table and set it up in the ring. We could call it something like, I don't know, special partner tag team wake up taunt or something, whatever, just for lack of a better term. We'll figure it out because I do have a tag team concept video coming very soon in the workings. But this particular taunt would be defaulted to the Dudleys. However, you could use it like for other tag teams if you wanted to. The only thing I would possibly maybe see being exclusive is maybe Bubba Ray's Get the Tables voice taunt. But I don't know, man. It's just an idea. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But as always, man, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate the time that y'all give, man. You know, because y'all could have been anywhere else, man, but y'all decided to give me a piece of your time. Also, your boy's really close to that 1,000 subscriber mark. I'm about maybe 30-ish subscribers away. So if you guys don't mind, man, if y'all can hit that subscribe button for your boy, I would really appreciate it, man. With that being said, love y'all. God bless. Remember to try to be a blessing to somebody. Later, WGC. Yeet.